Excellent. How long is it going to take us to get to the north?
I mean, the moment you step out, you're technically in the north, but to get where you have to go, it's probably going to take you the better part of the day.
All right.
Of course, you've been granted rations and all that.
Rations.
As needed. Okay. I mean,
Each of us? Or just one,
Well,
like,
you've all
share?
been given 3 days. Each of you have been given 3 days worth of rations.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Yeah, so do your thing and get back, basically.
and to be fair, I can provide extra rations as needed.
Mm-hmm.
You can?
Yeah, I can.
Oh.
You're a vending machine? You got more food?
Oh wait, actually, that's a good question. The equipment they provided us. Does that
Does have spell focuses.
Okay, then yes, I can.
Living vending machine.
I can make food from magic. Yeah.
Right. So, with that, as you're adventuring, we are actually going to cut over to our orc.
Okay. Let me
You
tab
there?
out of the guest game. All right, I am here.
No, it's okay.
The orcs playing Warcraft.
No, I
He's
was
playing a
actually
human.
invading Nepal.
The orc is playing a
He-
human.
He's playing Hearths and Humans. No. So Euro, you are up
Yes.
north. You have spoken to. Go ahead.
So just for the sake of, so I don't like, oh yeah, what a coincidence situation. With my class, I'm gonna go with the climbing speed. Just, for my 6th level ability, the bestial soul
Yeah.
thing. So just
Fair.
for record.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Your
Continue.
Your adventure, much of the night, has led you up into the northern regions, close to the Emerald Caps, a series of mountains that separate an extremely cold biome from the not quite as cold regions just to the south of it. Adventuring through, I need you to give me a nature check.
Let me open my character sheet. I got a 14.
14. Your adventures have taken you along the mountains. As I said, you start to find signs of weirdness as you have been told to investigate by the Janathi creature. And looking around, you do notice something does seem quite off about the dense forests to the north. The moss is not growing on the right side of the stones. The entire area, especially more towards the Fey winds, or to the Fey to the west, feels warped. And a lot of the disruption takes you towards a singular cave. Being the guardian, you start to investigate. Coming up to the mouth of the cave, what you smell is a rather foul odor, not quite like decay, but almost a decaying smoke.
Do I see such smoke, perhaps, coming out of the cave?
It's almost like a fine mist, I would say. It kind of hovers in the air and hits your nostrils. It's got an almost darkish purplish hue to it. It does discolor the entire area. As it gets into your lungs, you sniff just a little bit just to be safe. It does seem to leave a lingering cough with you.
Well, I guess I have to go in. It's a cave. I assume I probably have like a torch or something on me.
You do. You also have dark vision as an orc, I believe.
Do I? Hold on. Oh yeah,
Hmm?
I think I do. Okay, I do.
I was about to say.
But it's probably for the best that I light a torch.
Yeah.
And then I'll get a torch lit and hope that it doesn't burn the gas and blow up in my face.
No, it does not appear to be flammable.
That is a relief.
All right.
Well, I mean, a relief. I can't just light the gas on fire and burn out the whole cave. But I don't think I should be doing that.
No. And of course, you can make whatever other decisions you want to do. So if my narration takes you the wrong direction, speak up.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna go in.
All right.
I'm gonna go slowly, of course.
Do you want to make a
Keeping
stealth
my
roll?
eyes and ears out, but it'll probably be really terrible, but I'll do it.
All right.
Yeah, I have a 9. That's not exactly good.
You're not the stealthiest of characters, to be fair.
No, not quite.
You do kind of hit your head on the cave as it starts to shorten just a little bit.
Oh. Would it help if I go along the ceiling?
Not really, because then
Shit,
you'd be hitting your
okay.
head on the floor.
Okay, what about the wall?
And then you'd be hitting your. Oh, no.
It's a perfectly spherical, equidistant
No.
on all sides.
Um,
Ah, shit.
it's more. You're more just navigating, to be honest. You're
Yeah.
having to duck the different stone growths that appear. Looking around as best you can, you start to see signs of that same purplish ooze from the flowers that you noticed when you were first on the west side of the city, the humanoid city.
Let's see.
Looking around,
Did
it is.
I get any useful information from that alchemist guy in town? was
You
his
know that it's not just normal decay and it's not disease. It appears to be magical, but detect magic only provides a little bit of information. It is arcane in nature.
I see. Okay. You can continue with your narration. I don't want to.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, wandering around, not wandering, but scouting around, you do come across the cave as it begins to open, and you see fungi just kind of doing their own thing. Bipedal.
Okay, bipedal fungi, not just. I didn't just see a mushroom and I wasn't getting high off the gas inside the cave or something. Okay.
Well, to be fair, some of the mushrooms did get up and start walking.
Okay, so I may be on drugs. Shoot that down as a possibility. I don't
back
know
for
the
more.
long-term effects of this gas.
Yeah, hallucinogenic properties of weird purple mist might be best disclosed later.
Am I familiar with walking mushrooms?
You know that the Duragar, the dark dwarves, they have had experience dealing with it over in the Fey area. They tend to kill those things on sight and refer to them as those that should not remain.
Well, I'm getting my
Really,
axe.
I mean, you've got your axe. Okay, so you have your axe.
Okay,
Now,
I'm not just gonna stupidly charge in, however.
now all you need is a sword and a bow, and you've got an adventure.
I've got a quarterstaff and a shield. Does that count? A javelin's kind of like a bow. And a quarterstaff is just a wooden sword, I think. So I'm good. Okay, is this just basically an open room, or is there some kind of like avenue of flank or
I mean, there's other places you
other
could go
approaches
to.
I need to
Yeah.
watch?
There's other tunnel entrances and exits down the way.
See, and I can't tell that there's no like noise or light or anything coming from said entrances, correct? It's just kind of
You do give me a perception check.
a 22.
I mean, yeah, okay.
I rolled
Now
a
knowing the
19.
social security number of one of the mushrooms,
I Blackmail him. All right, time to go.
Anyway, you do listen and you can hear that the fungal sort of noise from the moist footsteps of these creatures against the stone doesn't quite compare to the sloshing and slurping sound coming from below. One of the cave entrances beyond this room, down further below, it sounds almost squid like. And you swear you can hear something and you can't make it out what it is, but whatever it is, it's not speaking any language that you know of.
Okay, well, there's purple gas and there's tentacles. I'm not liking this. I'm gonna keep an eye out for any space marines. Okay.
Let's see.
I'm gonna try to. Do the mushrooms have like eyes or something? Can they see me coming? Do I have to like sneak around them? I don't. I'm gonna try to sneak around them, and
Okay,
I'm gonna see what's going on down there. At least try to PID the tentacle thing, squid thing.
sure. Walking around, you do note that they do not seem to notice your presence. Unless you bump into one, they do seem to just be ignoring you.
Alright, we can kill them later.
Yeah, you get down and you start to get part way down that tunnel. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, I'm not proficient in that.
Oh,
I got a 15.
you're fine.
Okay. That is enough. That is enough. As well, actually, it would be an advantage because barbarian. I'm sorry. I apologize, but you did pass.
Isn't that only in rage?
No, that's
Or
danger sense is
danger
an always
sense?
on
Oh,
thing. Yeah.
against effects you can see. So I mean, if I
Yeah.
see it. But
Okay.
either
Fair enough.
way, the other thing I rolled wasn't. I rolled an 8
It was
for
enough.
my other roll, so doesn't matter.
It was enough.
Yeah.
You sense that something foul is afoot, and you step to the side and kind of back your way up against the tunnel as one of the stalactites above you, I think, is it stalactite on the top?
Yes.
Anyone?
Tied
Yes.
on the top.
Yeah. Comes crashing down above you, and when it lands, it does not land in shatter like stone. It sprouts tendrils that lash out at you.
Okay, well I'm beating it.
You can certainly try.
Okay. I don't like the sound of that.
This feels like a Bloodborne playthrough.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
let's
I
see.
mean, you're
Battle axe. I rolled a 22.
all right. I'm not even going to bother with initiative. That was its first attack, so it makes sense. Uh, yeah. So 22. That is a hit. That is a hit. You strike at this thing. Roll for damage.
Yeah, hold on. Roll 20 just gave me a pop-up that's hiding the damage button, so I have to reload. 7.
7. Yep. So you kind of crash into it, and interestingly enough, despite this thing being an obviously a creature, a monstrosity of some kind, your hit connects with it almost like stone, and you chip only a part of it off. It is now
Well,
going
that's
to
not
make
good.
it is now going to make its attacks.
Oh
Alright,
wait,
so
I'm a barbarian. I get multiple attacks. What am I doing?
oh yeah, that's right. Make your
I
multiple
get
attacks.
2 attacks. Hold on. Let me. I rolled a 24. What the?
Yeah, that's a hit.
I'm just rolling pretty good tonight.
Those are hits. Yes. Also, don't forget
Where
your
we?
rage damage.
I am not have not enraged yet.
Fair. So damage from that
Damage is 11.
11. Okay.
11.
Yep. So your second strike kind of hits the same location and leaves a larger chunk out of it. And yes, it lashes at you 4 times. Does a 14 hit you?
AC is 17.
17. Okay, so you only get hit once. Let's see here. 4d8. Oh no, I'm sorry, wrong attack. Oh, I see. Those aren't attacks per se. Okay, one hits
Oh
you.
no.
Sorry. One hits you. And when it wraps around you, you see that the tendril sort of wraps around your waist and starts to slowly drag you in towards what now has revealed itself to be a large gaping maw in the middle.
Okay, I presume it's my turn,
Yes.
and I'm going to rage.
I would like to get angry.
Okay, let's see. What natural weapon would be best here? Um,
You can still attack while grappled.
yes. I'm just gonna go for the bonus AC and
Oh,
go,
right.
yeah, because Path of the Beast.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm going with the tail, which is it's a D8 with reach, and I can use my reaction to basically parry.
Okay.
Okay, so I am grappled though. Luckily
Yes,
I am
you're grappled
bar-
and slowly being dragged.
Does no barbarian doesn't wait? I think rage gives me advantage on strength
Advantage on
checks and
strength.
saving throws, but that's not gonna help me get out of grapple.
You could
Is
tear it
it?
off.
Sorry.
Tear it off.
I mean, I could try. Yeah. How attached does this tentacle appear to
At
the
the moment,
creature?
not very attached.
Okay.
So
But better phrasing. H- How how reliable would it just ripping the tentacle off be?
it'd get you free, and you wouldn't be heading towards this giant gaping maw. Did I mention the giant gaping maw?
Big Maw.
Okay, I'm gonna tear its tentacle off. I'm gonna try at least. I don't know
All
what.
right, give me a strength roll.
Just flat strength.
Yep, at advantage
Okay.
since you're raging.
Uh, uh-oh. At advantage, I have an 8.
Oh,
It's really slippery, so you reach down to grab it, and you can't really find purchase on the tendril. You're like tugging at it; it's pulling at you. You realize that its internal muscles to whatever mucus is providing an icky surface. Try not to use the word. Um, it appears that its muscles have a little more strength versus your very slippery grip.
Fortunate. Well, that's my action.
Yeah, and that was your bonus action.
Wasn't my bonus? I don't think I have bonus
You
actions.
raged as a
Or
bonus
bear.
action.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's my only
So it's got one tendril on you. Let's see if it can actually increase that reel in speed. Team plus that's a 21. So one additional tendril gets onto you. This one onto your leg.
we're gonna lose our orc before we get there.
Um,
Oh no. Rage
would
harder.
you would you like to go for an you're very wise and like what is your wisdom again?
like my wisdom. It is 10.
10? Okay, never mind. Um
Um.
I was going to try to go for a common sense roll to provide assistance, but
Okay. What did it hit me with an attack though? Was that the question?
no.
Like, did it roll an
No.
shit?
Well, it did roll
Okay, I
an
can't.
attack. Technically, it is an attack. The tendril is considered an attack. It just does no damage.
Okay, well, I can use my reaction to roll a d8 and apply that to my AC.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt it because
Okay.
my turn next turn anyways. I get my reaction back. I roll a 5, so that makes my AC 22.
22.
I don't think
That's
that's good
enough.
enough. 'Cause
No, that's enough. That's enough.
it
It
rolled
was a
22.
21 to hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you see the other tendril going, and your now morphed tail of whatever form you take just kind of swats it out of the way and keeps it from grabbing onto you.
Okay. Instead of just grabbing the tentacle, I'm going to just attack the tentacle.
Go ahead.
Let's see, what would be better though?
Cut it off.
Say slash.
Yeah, battle axe is slashing, I assume. I'm just gonna
Yes.
assume slashing is probably better than piercing. Okay, so battle axe, enraged, 24 and a 26. It was a nat 20.
Jeez.
I'm
Yeah.
rolling good attacks. That's it.
So that plus doesn't orc get an extra die on a crit?
I think that's half orc.
No, that's half orc, right? So I'm not even going to
Okay,
bother with the damage here. But you know what? Go ahead and roll damage if it makes you feel better.
I mean, I just click buttons. Okay, so total it's 23 damage.
Yeah, no, you just like there's a slash, there's a bit of a flash, and then the tendril just completely severs as the wiggling, squirming thing is like it's tensed up around you, but of course it no longer has any control. So you're free. You now have a weird squirmy belt, for lack of better words.
Hey.
It's on the ground, right?
The creature, yes, it is on the
Yes.
ground.
I'm going to the roof.
Yeah, you jump up on the roof, and as soon as you do that, the thing like shrinks down just for a moment, and you hear air entering within it.
It's not good. I'm not okay. I'm on the roof, but not directly above it. I'm gonna.
No, that's fine. Followed by its mouth opening, and when it does, you hear an ear and earth shattering scream that just echoes throughout the entire cave. It's at that point the mushrooms stop,
That's not good.
Oh no.
and they all just kind of stop what they're doing, and you see the mushrooms start to glow with kind of that purplish hue on their heads, and they shake. All of them start shaking violently, and then more of that gas, or not gas, but more of that mist starts getting puffed out, and you're starting to have a hard time breathing in there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I probably can't move a whole lot more this turn. But I think it's time to make a tactical withdrawal.
Yeah, well, I mean, it can't really do anything except start trying to climb the wall. So, I mean, given that this is your thing, is climbing, I'll say that yes, you do quickly outrun it. It does not pursue you past the mouth of the cave. It does not come out into the sunlight.
Okay.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I can do that. 25.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. On your way out, as you start to get some fresh air, you cough, and little spores come out, but otherwise you feel okay.
It's not good.
Also, the tendril is still wrapped around you.
I'm gonna remove
Keep it.
It takes a moment because the muscles had like seized up, but then once you start to pull on it, they relax, and you have a slimy tendril.
So I guess now that I have a bit of a moment's peace, do I recognize that creature? Probably not, because it's a cave thing, and I'm not a cave guy, but
It's really not your specialty, but you could give me a nature check if you want.
13.
It's a cave thing.
Okay.
Cave.
My character's probably not smart enough to like. How would I even? I mean, I guess I could get like a piece of cloth or something and like wrap it around my mouth, try to block the gas from getting quite as in, and hope
Mm,
that it. Hmm.
honestly, mountains aren't your specialty. There are mountain experts in the orc villages on the northern side. Well, for you it would be east. You're already on the northern side, but like there's an orc village that specializes in mountaineering to the east
Yeah,
of you.
gotta accept out of my element a little bit, and should
Yeah,
probably head there.
this is one of those subcontract moments.
It's not really my job. I'm kind of like the central, I work at the central agency, not the northern agency. It's, uh, yeah, no, I'll start heading over there,
All right.
see if there's any assistance at what's going on here, or maybe someone else
Well,
can go deal with it. I don't know.
meanwhile, with the rest of the party,
Mhm.
you four have been traversing for quite some time. Headed north towards a village that you know that you've got on your map. You've been told that there are some people that can actually see to assisting with identifying the creature.
Very good. How far away are we actually from the village town thingy?
After letting the horses rest, grabbing lunch, you'd say you're a couple of hours out. It is quite up in the mountains. You're pretty much very far gone from dissonance off in the distance. It is well and truly behind you at this point. You are effectively on your own now.
So,
Oh.
as I've been reading this bestiary book, is there any mention of anything similar to this creature?
Um, Not in the bestiary. I mean, there are like little excerpts about dragons, which don't technically fall under beasts, but they occasionally show up, so they're kind of in every book. I mean, definitely the head of this thing looks to be dragon in nature, but the rest of it is very snake-like. Almost, yeah, it is kind of like a snake or just a really long fish. It is kind of weird.
This thing is weird, you guys. It's not in the book.
So is that a no go? Wait, is it in a pack? No, it's not.
What?
Well, they said if you see a herd, then we can most likely hunt it. If it's by itself, I guess be a little bit more weary of it.
They said if it's like really, really weird, then don't bother with it.
Well, they're all weird.
Well, I mean, yeah,
That's
we
true.
do need to have a better understanding of what
What
their
is weird?
definition of weird is. It's much different than our definition of weird. This is all weird. We're not supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
We aren't supposed to be here, yet we are here. By the way, curiosity here, Devin.
Uh-huh.
I know you probably didn't want to reveal too much, especially to authorities, but what exact magic did you get?
Oh, from the forbidden stuff that they didn't want us doing. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. And I summon a long sword into my hand. Whoosh. Check that out.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's not overly impressive, but I don't need like components like you guys do. This sword is my component, so I can cast spells whenever I want, even completely naked. I'll always be armed.
I mean, technically, I'm always armed too. And then I hold up both my arms.
Yes, but what if I cut those off?
And swing.
No, actually, even if if mine were cut off, then I wouldn't be able to do anything. So I guess there's that. We'd both be unarmed.
Anyways,
So,
So we go kill it.
what are we killing? Wait, what?
Aren't we hunting?
No,
Oh.
Observing.
we're
Oh.
taking this to be identified.
Yeah, we're going to the
Oh.
village place to see if they know what this thing is.
How incredibly boring.
Easy
Well,
job to earn easy respect and easy loyalty.
and money, which is pretty important.
That
So,
too. Did you see all
Yikishi.
that food? Hmm?
Yikashi, the talking around has kind of drowned out your ability to hear,
Oh,
with small exception.
okay.
As the party trots along, you hear something rather large moving in the woods. Not like footsteps, but more of a just kind of moving along the trees, like actually moving the ground and trees around it from the sound of it.
Buddy, hold up. Hold up. Everyone stop your horses and stop talking. I'm gonna try to focus in on this creature. Oh,
Give
jeez.
me a perception check.
My perception. Oop, wrong page. Perception.
Can I?
7.
I see. You're
Wait, no.
unsure-
I was just saying what my perception was.
Oh,
Sorry. I say things out loud. Don't take most of it seriously.
That's how this game works.
Yeah, seriously.
You can only go by what you're saying.
Okay. So 1d20. I rolled a 19 plus, what did I say? A perception is 7. So yay! I'm high enough. Right? Right?
7 is 26.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
totally high. I should be able to hear all the way to that cloud world.
something like that. Yeah. So you're listening and you hear movement, and it's weird to say the least. And I keep using that word, but the first thought you have is snake. And then it's way too big to be a snake. And then it's way too metallic to be a snake.
Is it behind us? Does it seem like to be tracking us, or has it even noticed us?
It is definitely coming towards you.
All right, everyone, suit up. We got something coming our way.
Should I move to the side?
Hey, let's park the horses, but there's something coming after us.
Oh, but it
Wait.
gets better.
What?
There's two things.
2?
Yes. There was one, like now you hear two, as if the other one was near or close to it. And at this point, all of you start to hear it, the sound of something moving throughout the trees, not walking, but slithering. And you see kind of in between the brush and stuff, leaves getting moved. There's the occasional stop just for a moment, and then it starts moving in your direction in kind of a Slytherin pattern.
We should
I'm like,
run.
Does it
yeah.
sound like it's moving quickly?
Should we
Yes.
run? I feel like we should run.
Yeah, I'm gonna start kicking my horse.
Okay. I follow suit.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna run.
I'm gonna follow suit, but I'm gonna get my crossbow ready, just looking behind us. Is it
Yeah, it
picking
doesn't
up
take
pace
long.
too?
Y'all take off. The horses, with a speed of I believe 60 feet, take off, and the other two things are not too far behind, but they start to fall behind very, very quickly as they spring out, and you see two. Well, they have about the width of your horses, but two cobras with almost a shiny metallic sheen just kind of break out of the forest, running along, well, not running, but slithering along the pathway as fast as it can in that serpentine pattern towards you. It chases a little bit before one of them takes a shot, as it appears to be a spitting cobra.
You know what? Can you not? Can you not?
Oh, shoot.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Am I in a
who was in the back?
I know that sound.
Not me, because I was the first one to run.
I was the third one.
Realistically, that would be me because I'm the only one that didn't say I kicked my horse into high gear.
No.
Yeah.
So that was a natural 20.
Okay.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
He's an animal dude. He has to be like.
You could talk to it.
all poisons and stuff should not affect at all, right?
Bullets don't work like
Not how that works.
I
Right?
don't think that's not how it works.
That would be a 12.
Oh boy. So 16. You take 30 points of poison damage.
Yay! I'm down to 15.
Oh my god.
That's well over half.
To make a Constitution saving throw,
Oh, jeez.
He said don't lose the horses.
which is +2. Actually, no, +4. So D20 +4. Sorry.
So who rolls for the horse? You? Ian?
It's Ian's horse. It's
7.
It's Jace's horse. Yeah, the horse gets covered in like both of you just get covered in this poison acid. Jace rolls away. The horse's back, spine, tail, much of its back area is exposed and slowly being eaten away. And the cobra just comes up and just bites right into its exposed spine and starts trying to swallow it.
I would like. Hold on. Hang real quick.
You guys thought this was going to be boring.
As a bonus action, I can
Oh man.
wild shape. Correct.
Yes.
I would like to do giant elk and then proceed to book it.
Yes, you book it. What's the speed of giant?
60.
I would like to see what that looks like. That sounds very pretty.
It's
An elk.
basically an elk, but giant.
Yeah.
Oh, like a legit giant elk.
Well,
Okay.
elk are big enough as it is, so.
Yeah, elk are pretty big as is, so a giant elk would be even bigger.
Well, we're in a mystical land, so I'm thinking like this thing is like 60 feet tall or something. I don't know.
No, not quite that giant.
It is.
Considered a huge creature?
Yes, it's huge.
Yeah, so 15 feet tall.
Huh.
It could hold 2 or 3 people easily.
Nice.
So this is the first time that you guys have actually seen me do anything. So you just see Jay stand up and immediately shift into this gigantic 15-foot tall male elk, and then just start barreling down.
And the joke must be made. He has a really good rack.
Yo, wait. He still has that acid on him. Does that stake on him? Like,
No, it was unfortunately, travel horses only have 30 hit points.
I only had 42, or
Yeah.
something like
Well,
that.
you've got whatever your giant elk form has now.
That's 42.
Think that we saw that happen and saw you transform and not thinking, oh, now we're being chased by a giant elk.
Just noticed
You
I
s-
never actually did hit points on my character sheet. I should do that.
You're immortal.
No, you saw him transform, and he just he starts outrunning y'all, but it's more of a bound. So it's less of a run and more of like you know like a deer bound. As you've seen elk bound. So it's like doing, doing. But it's it's like a 15-foot tall elk because we're like
awesome. I think I said I put my crossbow out. I'm gonna try to take a shot at one of those little cobra things.
they're not little. They're roughly the size of the horse that they're trying to eat right now. But go ahead.
Just to see what kind of damage I can do. Okay,
Sure.
so go to my crossbow.
It's a D20 plus
Dex?
stats. It should say what the plus is.
One second.
It'll say like crossbow, ranged, both hands, plus something. Probably plus 6.
I assume it's a dex based.
Okay,
It-
my
it is
short bow.
dex
That's
based.
what I was looking at.
Short bow? Okay, so yeah, that's
Yeah, sorry,
plus
my
6.
short bow.
You
So,
are
yeah,
just in range. You're just in that range, so you would make a D20 plus 6.
okay, so let me roll that. Hurry up and load. I got 13 plus 6,
Total
so
plus 6,
19, not bad.
So yes, your shot does sail out, and it does in fact stick into the cobra. Roll the damage.
How do I do roll damage?
It's, it says 1d6 plus 3.
So I roll it again, or do I just add the 3 to my 19?
No, you.
You roll a 6-sided dice now.
Oh, a 6-sided dice. Okay.
Yeah, that's what the d6 means.
Okay. Rolling that. I got a 4.
4, and then plus
Plus
3,
six.
so
Yeah,
7.
Yeah.
It kind of hits it, and it doesn't seem all that phased. It doesn't seem all that irritated, except it does hiss at you, but you're too far out for it to shoot. It's acid shot at you.
Well, hiss back at you. Hissing at me. Back at you, man.
Are they still chasing us, or are they focused on the horse?
They appear to have found their meal. And it is here you begin to realize this might be why they lose horses so often.
Yeah.
I yell at Jace in his giant elk form. Didn't you say you would bring the horses back in better shape?
Believe it or not, oddly, this thing does have a language. I know nobody here speaks giant elk, but I bellow back at him some obscene thing in giant elk.
It sounds like that. Have you ever heard an elk call?
They're
it's
all like,
more,
or
yeah, it's a little more majestic when they do it, I guess.
Yes. Google elk ASMR and see what.
Yes, oddly enough, they actually have a language, so I call you some very rude things in giant elk.
Just looking at a running, talking elk.
Do I have this form thrower?
Huh. So apparently there's a breed of elk called the Saskatchewan bull elk.
Ooh.
And that is really cool looking.
How big is it?
It's huge.
So 15 feet.
No. But and anyway.
So should I try healing Jace or should I try saving the horse?
We're still.
The horse is dead.
Yeah, we're dead and eaten.
Oh,
Like, what part of spine has been exposed and now the spiders are or not spiders, now the snakes are eating it.
oh dear. Okay. I missed that. Okay. So I heal the giant elk.
Actually the giant elk does not appear to be wounded.
Oh guys, he's fine. He's
Oh, and
okay.
it'll be, I can stay in this form for 3 hours.
Ooh, that's nice.
Time to get to the village.
Yeah, that will that be enough time for us to get to the village, Vin?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna continue boing, boing, boing.
Do we have anything other than snakes important to report back?
I don't know.
But we still haven't officially done our job. I don't think we found the thing that they told us to find.
Village? No, we haven't come across any people.
I mean,
I pet the giant elk.
I'm not there.
no, that elk is gone. That elk is outrunning the horses.
I thought it was the same speed.
Is it? What is the speed of the giant elk?
60, but realistically, the horses would have some encumbrance due to riders.
Yeah, that's true. So he doesn't get like completely ahead of you. He's not totally gone, but he is very much an unbound creature in comparison to the horses. Yes, you guys.
Hold up, Jace. We still got a job to do.
And I want to pet you.
And he doesn't have a map, or did he have the map?
I mean, the pathway is pretty solid. This appears to be some kind of trading route that you're taking. So it doesn't seem. It doesn't. And I know I'm gonna say this. It's gonna sound dumb. It doesn't seem that dangerous.
You would think there being a path, and yet 2 giant metal snakes.
Yeah, you would think.
But yeah. Surprised y'all didn't try to take those things on. But who knows? We'll see. So yes, you get to bounding.
Mhm.
I will say that bounding probably creates a lot of noise.
I
We're
relative.
not walking anymore. We are running.
Running.
Yeah, there's galloping and then me bouncing.
Are we still afraid? Like,
As y'all start to get towards the end of your journey, Ural, you're returning to the orc village, and as you start to get towards the outskirts of the orc village, you see the orcs and all, but yeah, sort of. You're getting acquainted with everyone. You spend a little bit of time in the village, asking around. Obviously, the shaman that's going to assist you is going to be busy for a little bit as they're preparing dinner, which of course the shaman has to grant his blessing for, and then they have to decide who's going to be on who's going to eat first, that sort of thing.
Yes, bureaucracy. I see.
Mountain orcs are strangely bureaucratic.
There's a certain charm to working alone.
Yeah. Well, it's a stark contrast to the feral orcs of the mountains that would rather just eat you.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they have paperwork of their own. Maybe I don't know. But okay.
No, they have not developed toilet paper at this time, which is the only paper that they would move towards. Anyway,
These during their times.
it doesn't take long for a scout to come back as dinner's getting ready and report that a band of individuals is coming up the road, one of them being a giant elk. Giant elk and 3 horses with what appear to be fallen riding on them.
I'll make a comment to whoever's nearest. It's like, oh, do you get a lot of visitors up here?
Not really, no.
Then we probably have an issue, or well, not an issue perhaps, but a situation. Maybe is that the term? I don't know. I'm not an English major. I hit things with an axe.
We're no common majors either.
Also, I'm bugling, so if they're within hearing range, I'm bugling like hell.
Yeah. I suppose there is the shaman of the common major general, but he's a very distinct and non-reported individual. Anyway, this Gilbert and Sullivan joke aside, yeah, the dinner is interrupted by what appear to be panicked and yelling giant elk calls.
Great.
Do I speak giant elk?
There's
How unique is the beast speech?
Who are you asking?
Jace, for the language. What is it? Is it just giant elk as a language?
Yes. Languages, giant elk, understands common, elvish, and sylvan, but can't speak them.
Okay. So probably not, no.
Well, unfortunate.
It is not technic. Is it a beast? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Transform into it, but so
I would
determine it is a distressed,
yes,
animal noise. Okay.
Realistically, I would think he'd be able to. It'd be like a different, just a larger dialect of elk. So I would assume he'd be able to pick up bits and pieces of it.
Okay, so what's the bits and pieces that he's picking up?
Giant snake, acid. I'm in pain.
Okay, the elk appears to have come across. The elk appears to have done some acid, come across a giant snake, and now it's in pain.
Close enough.
Or maybe there's a giant snake that put acid on it and it's in pain, or it's in pain because it dropped acid and now there's a giant snake. The dialect is a little weird.
I'm gonna assume it's come across the purple mist and has gotten high. Don't think too much of it.
You don't feel quite as woozy as you do after a nice jog of fresh air. To be fair.
Yeah, admittedly, the elks are not known for their constitution. I
Plus
think.
2.
Neither
I
are
don't.
traveling horses, apparently.
Well, that's a given.
It's about this
It's not.
point. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just not an adventure unless one horse just explodes. uh, no, continue.
Yeah. What are horses but just the guardsmen of the D&D world?
Yeah.
No,
Um,
those are just guardsmen, like the
Red
same
shirts.
yeah, fair. So
Rob-
yeah, you guys come up to the village, and Jace, you are cognitive enough as a druid to recognize that you have entered some form of primitive civilization.
Is the wild shape still active, or is that the end of my time?
We'll say it's getting there. We'll say for the purposes of this scene, it's still active.
Because I know when I drop out of this form, I'm gonna be in a lot of pain. So, as I enter the town, I'm assuming I'm getting a lot of looks, and now I'm bugling as loud as possible.
Still bugling.
Yes, they get it, and you see a bunch of the orcs come around. One of them uses the beast speech, which is just a very, very basic common tongue amongst creatures. It can only convey emotions. So all it really conveys is calm.
And that's when I exit my wild shape.
As you come out of wild shape, you felt the pain of the acid hit your body. Or I guess the acidic poison, whatever it was, it hit your body, and you started to feel the clothes and the things on your back burn from it. But as you shaped out of your form, that kind of went away. Um, Admittedly, it has had plenty of time to vacate your body. Unfortunately, the burns that it caused are still there.
Yes.
A very unfortunate reminder to you as you come back into your humanoid form, and the deep scarring burns start to burn, for lack of better words.
Yeah, Jason's just gonna start screaming.
Yeesh.
Ew.
You hear so you are you're roughly in the vicinity. This is a small village. It's nomadic. So
Mm.
yurts, that kind of thing, they go from place to place in the mountains. So it's not particularly big. So it doesn't strike you as odd at all when one of them starts screaming for a shaman. As at this point, the other three catch up.
All right, we made it.
Ha!
Where's
Alive.
Jake?
All you hear is the screaming of a very pained Jace as the lingering burns.
Found him.
Yeah, he's not hard to find. Just look for
Uh,
the doubled over in the fetal position.
Tiefling.
Oh man.
Um,
I look at the gnome. Think you can do anything?
I mean, I guess I could heal him. Jace, do you want me to heal you? Do you want me to help you?
He's screaming. What part of
I'll
blood
put
curdling
I'll
screams?
put this on your tab. Okay? Don't worry. You don't have to pay me yet. It's okay. And then I proceed to touch him awkwardly. All right, what do I roll? Let's see.
I mean, you know what? Give me a medicine check as you're casting Cure Wounds, which for you it is. What level are you casting it at?
I was just gonna do one.
Okay, so it's just the 1d8 plus something. I forget. I'll have to check.
Spellcasting mod.
Yeah,
Um,
1d8 plus spellcasting mods.
What was the damage again?
6, I believe.
I went down to 15, so. Right? Wait.
Yeah.
I think it's
just like
just
30 points, right?
the modifier of it should just be the wisdom mod. Wait, clerics are wisdom casters, right?
Yes,
Yes.
but they're also light. This is also life cleric, so
Oh, live
All right, so
fire. Yeah,
1d8
okay.
and then what?
1d8 plus
Medicine?
6. 1d8 plus 6 plus 2. So 1d8 plus 8.
1d8
Um,
plus 8.
Yeah, and then give me a medicine roll just for giggles.
Okay. Let's see. That's a 2.
Nice.
Plus.
Oh, this must be the injured area as you grab the third. Or was that the D8 or the D20?
That was
Sorry.
that was a D8. Sorry.
D8?
Was I
Okay, sorry.
rolled
So he heals 10.
Yeah, I healed
So
10.
you healed for 10.
and
Yeah,
then I rolled
now the
for-
medicine roll.
and that's
There.
a D20.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Barely above half.
You're fine.
That's a 9.
That's
And then plus
good.
3. 9.
Oh,
10.
this must be the wounded area. As you grab the third-degree burns on his body, the exposed
Ooh.
flesh, and
Um,
start to cast your spell.
Eee.
Oh, this is kind of gross, guys. Oh, it's crispy.
Kita
Oh,
takes a few
kinda
steps
oozy.
away.
You guys might not want to look at this right now. No,
everybody,
I don't want to look at this. I close my eyes.
everybody, one moment. I really do need to ask the question: who's this Kita person?
Huh.
Kita?
Ha.
Hmm?
You said Kita.
Yukishi.
Yiki!
I forgot. How you doing? Yukishi's off in the distance trying not to hurl.
Yeah, you guys don't want to look at this. I kind of like look away myself.
Oh, and it's not just the look; it's the smell of burnt flesh that just.
I try really hard not to like. I'm
Hero,
very
it smells
professional.
like human.
Uh,
Yeah.
I suppose I should casually stroll over.
You do recognize the voices, yeah.
Stop squirming.
You try having acid poured all over your body.
I'm not stupid enough to get acid all over me.
Is this thing the urge to use my last wild shape to turn into a bear and go after?
But no, you place your hands on the wound as it starts to kind of cure up a little bit. Not a whole lot, but you get rid of the searing pain. It's now very tender to the touch.
I
But
poke it.
yeah, it still
Why?
hurts. It hurts like a really bad sunburn.
Does it hurt? I poke it.
Yes. Oh, okay. That's it. I'm doing my own cure light wounds here. I have it prepared.
Wait, you could have
No.
done this
Plus
yourself? You know, it's still coming out of your tab. All right.
Oh.
For me, it's just 1d8 plus wisdom mod, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
My wisdom mod is 3, so that's another 8 health.
Yeah, this gets rid of some of the burn, but the tenderness is still very much there.
Yeah, 30,
Did it work? And I start poking it again.
32 out of 45.
Oh, you're fine. And I kind of smack it.
Oh, why? Why?
It's a handprint.
Yeah, it's okay. You're good.
It leaves a very small handprint.
My tiny gnome handprint.
I might end her existence if she keeps touching me, so please, somebody get her away.
I kind of pout. I'm just checking. I'm making sure how well I healed.
You did a good job. At least everything's closed up, it seems.
Yeah, the majority of the injury has been healed, but the weariness from the injury and the tenderness of the flesh that might take some sleep to knock off.
Kind of like, it's just a burn. I mean, you fell from the sky and now you're on the floor because of a burn.
It was acid from a giant metal snake.
This is
The hell is
familiar to you, Ural. You are quite familiar with the predatory iron cobras. They're not actually iron, they just look like iron.
Hey, hey, you're that one dude that helped us earlier yesterday, right?
And with that, we will bring this evening to a close.
Oh.
As our party has reunited, maybe with two separate goals, or one. We shall see. Thank you so much for joining us for this evening. Of course, the Dice of Destiny do call one more time, as we will start there and work our way down. And this evening, it is going to be Kaya.
Present. What?
So you remember what we did 2 sessions ago with the whole like character, how are you feeling, that kind of thing. So Kaya, finally striking out into the wilderness on your own, I say, or well, not on your own, but out and free and ready to take on the elements. And unlike any other normal element, your first element for your adventure was acid. How's Kaya feeling?
You know what? I think Kaya is quite mentally prepared with taking on this new world. She is not as hurt. That did take her aback. We were just traveling, and then all of a sudden, a giant metal snake going after us. So she's a little bit shaken, but still striding on. Yep.
All right. Melina, how are you doing?
I am trying to keep up with with everything. So it's like, okay, my character fell. My character's in a new town. My character is very much just going on along with the punches. Oh my gosh, now I'm being chased, but not being chased. So I'm just trying to kind of keep up with everything. It's very fast moving.
Yeah, it is a little fast moving because this is not a traditionally like super long campaign. So
Yes, but I'm trying to keep up with
All right.
everybody.
So going down the list, Devin.
Hey, or Devin, yes. Let's see what happened. How's Devin feeling? Um, he was initially concerned about, losing everything, but after seeing the Baron and the stuff he's got and the way he's explained things, he's kind of thinking he might be able to get some back. Not to the same level of comfort, obviously, but still be um in a higher status than he is currently. So he's looking forward to that.
All right.
And then panic because giant snake.
So
And
Peter, how are you doing?
I'm good. This is officially my longest running 5e session. Even though it's going to be a short one, as you said, not very long. It's still my longest, so I'm excited, getting more used to the rules and how everything works. Yeah, I like it so far.
All right. Going down, Jace. When the screaming stops,
The screaming never stops. The screaming never stops. He's just thinking about how he's going to get back to whatever remains of that horse to bury it, honestly.
it
Outside.
Makes eat things whole.
Ugh.
You gotta find the poop.
There will be a ceremony then. Some sort of ceremony.
So, world's a little dangerous, huh?
Tends to be. I got to turn into a majestic elk, though, so I was beautiful and majestic.
And Ian, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm still trying to figure things out in my own head.
Okay.
It's just
DMing.
He's never been on this side.
yeah,
trying to wrap his head around it.
yeah.
All right. So Yikishi.
Heyo.
Interesting little adventure at the beginning. Interesting little running at the end.
Yeah, interesting how to put it. I would say Yikashi is tired of running into things and not being able to actually do anything about it. very interested in the town and to know more about what's his name, the
The Baron,
the Baron and Golden, the head of the
Golden, yeah,
Golden. Okay, I wrote it as
Golden.
Golden, but Golden, the head of the Adventurers Guild, to get more training in. I think that's something she's gonna be particularly interested in.
All right. And I'm gonna ask, do you want to go by Rose? Because I'm new to the group, so I don't know what name you prefer.
I go by Rose. I don't mind.
Okay, so Rose, how are you feeling?
Excited and happy. There is so much going on. I am like so happy. I am a kitten. I am such a kitten, and I did one achievement, which is to do house jumping. Just jump off each roof. That's something I wanted her to do, and that's what she did. So yay!
All right. And Ural. Fun time in the
I could
caves,
have
huh?
killed Rockman. I had the action economy. No, okay, I didn't. He had 4 attacks, but
Well, 4 tendrils.
well, yeah, I guess I kept keep chopping him off, but I I didn't want to get him killed immediately, even though he probably would have stayed, honestly. But for the sake of moving the game along, uh, just retreat. Um,
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I know you didn't get as much screen time, Gavin.
I don't
You know,
care.
I'm working
I,
on it.
I am playing EU4 in the background. It's kind of rude, but uh, I plugged in for the group, so I um. No, I mean Ural is probably not really too concerned. I mean, if that was the issue down there, the gas is coming from the mushrooms. The mushrooms didn't even pay attention to me. E- the rock thing probably is going to go back up. I could just come back in, clear out the mushrooms, job well done, go home. He's not too worried. He probably should be, but he's not too worried. Um, myself, I mean, I'm just here. I'm enjoying myself. I mean,
All right.
I did kind of
Well,
leave at the beginning
let's
to
see.
eat, so it's like,
Nah, you're fine. Well, as far as me, yeah, this has been a little more, I admit, because this isn't how I usually run the games. This is a little more directed than I usually GM things. But I wanted to sort of establish the world and how it how it goes, that sort of thing. Quite frankly, if you guys want to do anything different than where the narrative is headed, then do so. I mean, you get to see what happens, but you do have complete freedom. The funny thing is, you guys absolutely could have started working as at one of the guilds and at one of the other
So we
guilds.
didn't have. Wait, are we working with the guild, or are we just taking a task
No,
that
no,
the
no. You're
Baron
with the
just gave us?
adventurers. You're with the adventurers guild. But what I meant is, like, if y'all wanted to join one of the other craft guilds, I'd have been like, okay, well, we'll do that for a couple of days.
I low-key wanted
Um,
to do that on the side. Can I be into 2 guilds?
Probably, yeah. You can apprentice at another one. I don't see any problem with that. You could do that during your downtime.
I would like to craft poison for my arrows. That would be nice.
just go back find the snakes again.
There you go.
Well, yeah, that would be
Milk
cool, but I
them.
would like more insight. No, I'm not milking a snake.
That's how you do it.
Yeah,
No.
that is quite literally how you do it.
I'm going to the crafting guild as well to get it
I
from
mean,
them directly.
where do you think they get the poison?
Yeah, you're gonna milk a snake, period.
Just not the way you're picturing. Gross.
I'm picturing with their fangs because that's where the poison's coming from. Where are
Yeah,
you
no, then you're
picturing?
doing it right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But then
Well,
as far as me,
you were acting disgusted, so it was like, do you not know how they get
Because
poisoned?
it's still
How
like
do
kind of weird, and like she could get bit and then get poisoned while trying to get poison.
You mean
Then
That's-
why are you-
That's
Okay.
that's occupational hazard.
yeah,
It
you
is.
should see how they make anti-venom. It's kind of creepy. They pretty much upset a snake until the snake bites something and then collect the venom.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah. Just imagine your entire job in life is to get ticked off, so you bite something. But Anyway, as far as me, like, I'm doing okay over here, keeping up with things, pushing things along. I am surprised y'all didn't turn and fight.
We're
We
used
were
to
running and no one was stopping, so I'm like, okay, we guess we're
No,
all.
I mean, I'm not gonna
I'm
stop y'all from running.
usually when I take 90% of my health and damage in one hit, I'm out.
Well, yeah, when we saw him go down, we're like, oh, so we don't fight this thing. Got it.
We've made the right choice.
This is the boss fight that you're not supposed to win. Got it. Okay. Cue
Well,
music.
I
Where's
mean,
the saving point?
funny story. Y'all could have survived that.
Mm.
Yeah, that
Probably.
was. I mean, it might have gotten another one of those off. You never know. But
Did that
Yeah.
shot I take? You said the arrow just bounced off. It didn't penetrate or
no,
crack or
it did a
anything.
little bit of damage. It
stuck.
didn't seem all that bothered. You didn't do that much damage to it. Basically.
Okay, that my shot was like a test to see, like, what can this do?
It
But
did
it didn't impress
damage.
me. It didn't
Uh,
impress me though,
No.
so I kept going.
Well, one of the reasons why Devin started running first is, one, it's a giant snake, holy crap, and two, he wasn't sure if it was one of those protected things that we're not supposed to kill.
I thought you
'Cause
read
it's
the
Sure.
book.
pretty weird. I'm not gonna read that in the middle of a fight.
I thought you read it as we were going over there, so I thought, okay, if he's running, he probably knows we're not supposed to be messing with it.
That's a fair thought on your
It's
part.
fair. It's very fair.
I mean, you
Mhm.
said that your character was reading the book as we're writing, and all of a sudden,
That
this
doesn't mean
goes up, and it's like, okay, I guess we can't challenge it. I can at least take a shot off it.
But no, that is very fair that y'all playing into the information that I've provided as a GM. So yeah, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, if just for the record, unless you guys are doing something incredulously stupid, like I'm not going to save you, but I'm also not going to build something with the intent of killing y'all. You know?
Free
don't.
range, but with an electric collar on.
Don't do anything dumb, and you won't run across anything that's willing to bite you in bite you in half in one go.
Just acid.
Okay.
Fit.
That's what
Hell
those
yeah,
snakes
just
are
acid.
Yeah, admittedly, that was a crit. I'll be honest.
We're used to it.
Yeah.
We're used to it.
I would like to say this is Vincent Elwin, and I do greatly appreciate all of our listeners. And I will catch each of you in the next episode.
My
Thank you all for joining us for Harmony's Fall. We look forward to seeing you again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.